So I'm very pleased to introduce this morning Mr. Charlie Lee, PhoCusWright's market analyst for China, and also the CEO and founder of TravelDaily China. He's going to walk us through some key developments in what is quickly becoming one of the most important online travel markets in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charlie Lee.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So everyone has a good drink last night? Yes? Okay, so next I will go through some key data to help you better understand how the market is moving. As Douglas has mentioned before, China will become the largest travel market in Asia Pacific in next year by overtaking Japan. The total gross travel booking will reach some around $105 billion. But many of you have noticed that the online travel is still in the very early stage, taking less than 15% in this year. That means huge growth opportunity for all of you. Unsurprisingly, airline tickets is still the #1 travel product booked online, and taking around 70% of the share, and hotel is the secondary travel product booked online, taking around 29% of the share. For you to better understand the market, I think it would be very important for you to understand who are the leading players in this market. I think all of you know Ctrip is China's #1 OTA, but many of you don't know is Ctrip investment actually covers almost the whole travel supply chain, from the economy hotel chains, star-rated hotel, from hotel PMS, and to tour operator, travel content, and train tickets, and restaurant booking sites. In this year alone, they have invested in the budget hotel booking platform and the vacation rental site, and they also took the majority stake in one luxury travel company. And I believe Ctrip's aim is to build the company as China's largest full travel service company, serving both leisure and business travelers. Yeah, Elon, which is part of Expedia business, is a #1, #2 OTA. They have a primary focus on hotel business, and Elon has acquired several smaller OTAs in the previous years. And most recently, they also invested in a startup with a focus on mobile hotel booking. Hotels.com also has a Chinese website. Expedia's corporate travel brand, Agencia, also have an operation team in China. Yeah, TripAdvisor, they bought China's second largest travel map search engine, Kuxun, in 2009. They also developed the Chinese version of TripAdvisor, so-called Daodao.com. Agoda and Booking.com, these two brands owned by the Priceline Group, have also gained some traction in China. Booking.com just got its general manager for China, and also got its Chinese brand name. They also announced the distribution partnership with Ctrip. Chinese internet company has been looking at the growth opportunity in the online travel sector. The largest Chinese internet company is Tencent, with market cap over $65 billion. They have invested in both Elon and China's #3 OTA, Tongcheng, in 2010, and they bought another online travel community in the same year. Baidu is China's #1 search engine through its investment in China's #1 meta search site, Qunar, which means where are you going? And Baidu has built its dominant position in the travel search sector and improved its pricing power with travel advertisers. Some has compared this deal to Google's acquisition of ITA, but it would be a better comparison if Google rather than Priceline acquired Kayak. Yeah, Alibaba is China's #1 e-commerce company. Alibaba owned the online store, Taobao, has launched its dedicated travel channel 3 years ago. They recorded over 10 billion RMB in total gross travel booking last year. And as many of you know Sichuan and Yilong very well, but there are still many tier 2 travel brands in the country. The interesting thing is to see that the Chinese telecommunication companies, commercial banks, and even the telecommunication equipment makers, they are also stepping into the travel space. So, what's happening now? I think many of you, the pricing war between the major Chinese OTAs, it started 2 years ago. It has caused some negative impact on the bottom line of major OTAs. If the pricing war proceeds in the next year, I expect to see many smaller OTAs will get out of business, and the leading players will further consolidate their market share. We have seen the travel wholesalers. They have started to work together with major OTAs, with the group buying site, with the travel search engine, with the private sale sites, and mobile channels. This has posed some significant challenge to the travel suppliers' revenue management practice and may disrupt the travel supply chain. And I expect to see the leading OTAs will invest in these travel hotel wholesalers in the short term to further build their merchant hotel business. For you, when you think about the future of China's online travel market, there's several key drivers that may impact the competition landscape. So let's start from search. Baidu is still the #1 search engine, taking about 80% of the market share, followed by Google at 16% and Sogou at 2.9%. But Baidu is also facing the intensive competition from new entrant 360, which is a new search engine launched by NYSE-listed Chinese internet companies, Qihoo. Qihoo also launched the dedicated travel media platform just last week. The number shows that after Qihoo stepped into the search market, they have stolen over 10% share from the #1 players, Baidu. Going forward, with Qihoo's continuing improvement on search product and marketing initiative, I'm sure they will bring more competition to Baidu and Qunar domination in the travel search space. Most recently, Ctrip also announced a marketing partnership with Qihoo. Yeah, social media is rapidly changing the way that Chinese travelers plan, buy, and share travel, and the way that Chinese travel companies are engaging with Chinese travelers. The fact that Chinese people don't have access to Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube doesn't stop them from being passionate about using social media services. Qzone and Sina Weibo are the 2 leading social media brands in China, with some 560 million and 337 million registered users, respectively. And one of 2 Chinese internet users has registered in more than 1 social media site. According to McKinsey, China also has the most active social media users, with 91% of users saying that they have visited a social media site in the previous 6 months, versus 30% in Japan and 67% in US. So mobile, as we have seen in US and European market, mobile is becoming a very important channel for travel planning and travel booking in China. This chart shows the growth of China's number of smartphone users. Smartphone is becoming very popular in a very short time. By the end of Q2, China already has some 290 million smartphone users, an increase of 38 million users versus Q2. The smartphone penetration reached 33%, and 43% of smartphone users have used their smartphone for travel search. This indicates a very attractive opportunity for travel suppliers and the intermediaries to offer the mobile booking to the on-road travelers. The data from Ctrip shows that over 10% of their hotel booking in this August was generated from the mobile channel. So it's around 3 million room nights, 300,000 room nights per month. The GTS deregulation is a topic we have been talking about in the previous almost 11 years since China's entry into the WTO. Now I'm very glad to see something positive happened after the Chinese government released its deregulation policy in this August and opened the door to foreign GTS players from October 1st. Given the fact that this deregulation will only apply to flights on international carriers, I don't expect that some big change will take place in the near future. But while there's a demand for better technology and content from the travel suppliers and the intermediaries, there's always opportunity for further deregulation, which may present amazing opportunity for the GTS players, for the travel technology companies, for data processing companies, OTAs, and etc., to further grow their business in China. Yeah, we have been talking about the innovation and startup in the past 2 days here. That's no exception in China. According to our data, over $200 million has been invested in China's online travel startup in the previous 12 months. I'm very glad to see this startup. They have put the established player on the fire and forced them to move fast on technology and service innovation. This startup, they cover the business of mobile hotel booking, the mobile travel guide, and mobile flight status. Ctrip also invested in one of these startups. And the social travel and travel planning is also a very hot area for those startups. And also, as I said, China's GTS deregulation opens more opportunity for those startups focused on travel search, on fare search. And also car rental and carpooling is an area that a lot of startups are working on. And luxury travel, and peer-to-peer and vacation rentals, both HomeAway and Ctrip, they invested in a Chinese vacation rental startup, so-called Tujia, means your home on the road. Yeah, I think many of you are thinking about your China strategy. I have some suggestions for you. Number one, it's offline still the key for you to succeed in China's online travel market. Given the fact that that's a low level of technology adoption in China's travel industry, so you need to pay much attention to offline operation. I'm not going to suggest you to build a huge call center in China, but when you realize that over 90% of Chinese hotels, they don't have a PMS system, they don't have an inventory system, you got to understand why you need to spend money and resources offline to build your online presence. So number two, please be patient. I think many of you might heard a bad story, many bad stories happened to some global internet companies in China, but I think China is definitely not a graveyard. My suggestion here is do not rely your strategy consultants or advisors like me to tell you what to do and what not to do. Just start now to understand your Chinese consumers and the local market, develop the local partnership step by step, and the most important thing, hire and put trust on your local talent. I believe finally you will build a business success there. Please be patient. Yeah, look at these numbers. 220 million Chinese people will travel by air in this year. So it's around 30 million and 30 million increase versus last year. And 400 million room nights will be booked in China in this year, only for star-rated hotel. But remember, there are still 300,000 non-star-rated hotel in China. And 78 million Chinese people will travel to overseas in this year. And they will spend 80 billion US dollars overseas in 1 year. Look at these pictures, which were taken during the recent Chinese national holiday. I think you can understand how the Chinese people is passionate about travel. It's a good thing for all of you. Yeah, so are you ready to ride next week? I think many of you have seen that Chinese yesterday welcomed the new Chinese leaders. Personally, I don't think that's some big positive change in the near future. But I think that as many of you see the Chinese overall economic growth is slowing down, I believe the travel tourism industry will become a primary focus for central and the local government. Yeah, I expect to see more deregulation, more innovation will come out in the near future in the Chinese travel industry. I think that's a big opportunity for all of you. Okay, thank you very much. And if you have any questions about China, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.